Hello guys, I'm Salman Francis of LZH project. In our second video, we will discuss few basic CLI or command line interface commands. So let's start. So in order to clear the screen, let's say I just want to clear my screen, I'll type the clear command. And just to let you know that we are using our CentoOS-7 operating system, and to check the basic like which version of CentOS we are using or which version of Linux kernel we are using, we will use the uname -ar command. And as you can see that, we can see that it's the x86 64-bit architecture with EL7. And to be more specific, we can check with the arch command or the architecture command, press enter, and it will show us that we are using the 64-bit operating system, or the architecture of our system is 64-bit. Okay, also we can see with this there's a command called cat in the etc Red Hat releases. If we wish to check what version of CentOS we are using, basically we issue this command and press enter, and as you can see that we can see that it's CentOS Linux release 7. So this is the basics of how you can check what system you are using. Now let's get back to our discussion of basic commands. So first command which I would like to share with you guys today is the ls command, or it's the basic ls means to list the content of our system. We press ls and we can see that we have basically anaconda-ks.cfg file and sal.txt file. So this command basically lists the content. For example, we can see what kind of files and directories we have on our system, and we can use various switches with this ls command. Let's say we just want to view what kind of like permissions are on this file, so we will use this ls-l for long listing. This -l means to long list the file sal.txt, and we can see that we have this rw-r-r-r- we can see these things. Basically these are the permissions, and we can see that there is then root and space root, we can see then the date the file was created. Actually these we will get back to these permissions later, but basically this rw means read write, r stands for write, and this root means that the user who created this file is belong to is the user root, and it belongs to the group of root. But we will get back to this users, groups, and permissions later. Okay, now let's be just one more switch we will go with this. We will check today is ls-a. So ls-a means to list all the everything, like including the hidden files if we have any. And we can see now, before when we checked with the directory structure or the files with LSA or long listing, we were able to see only 2 files. But now we can see that we can see number of files with starting with a dot. So basically what does it mean? That anything in Linux which starts with a dot is a hidden file. And we can only check these hidden files with the -a option of ls. Now we will try to create a file. So, and again guys, just because this is a live recording and I am just not reading anything from the script, so it might be sometimes I just miss the words, and so my apologies. So anyway, back to let's clear the screen with our first command, and as we can see that it cleared the screen. And now let's create our first file. And to create a file, we use the touch command. And touch, and let's create the file and the file name. Basically, it's how it works, like lzh dash project.txt. This is the first file I would like to create. Press enter, and now to check if this file is created or not, we will just type ls, and as we can see that there is a file called lzh-project.txt. One thing I would like to mention for the beginners, that in Linux everything is a file, and there is no what you can say, there's no such thing as extension, or like you can create a file with any extension. Let's create one and you will understand that. Let's say I'll just want to create touch lzh dash project.txt super.txt my super file.txt. Press enter, ls, and you can see that we have this lzh project .super.txt file. Everything is there. So there's no such thing as specific extension like we see in windows.exe or .com or I don't use Windows much. So anyway, so this is how this basically works in Linux. And in order to write something to this file, we use the cat command. So cat, we use this redirector symbol, and more with this redirector symbol later, and then the file name. Let's say I just want to write something to the lzh project.txt, and then I'll press enter, and I will write some content here. This is my first file, and then I'll press Control key with the D, and this will save my file. Now I'll press ls, and I cannot see anything right now. Now, to see the content of this file, we'll just type cat. Let me first clear the screen. ls. Okay. To see the content of that file, I'll just type cat, and without the redirector symbol, I'll type that file name. Press, and we can see the content of this file. This is my first file. Okay, one thing which is really important, that in order to append the text, like if you want to write some more text to this file, you will never use the redirector symbol. Otherwise, it will rewrite the file. What I mean with that is, like, let's say if you want to wish like cat lzh project with a single redirector sign like this one. If now we press enter, and I just want to add some text. This is my second line to the first file, and then I press Ctrl D to save. And if this time I just want to check the content of my file, wow, so it's all gone. Whatever I wrote first, it's all gone, and what I can see is this is my second line to the first file. So this means that whatever I wrote first earlier, it's all gone. So just to be careful, if you ever want to append a text to a file, you will not use a single arrow sign or a redirector. What we will do is we will use the double redirector sign. And if now we wish to append, so press enter. This is my another line to the first file, and Control D. to save. Let's clear the screen. And now if we check the content, now we can see that this is my second line to the first file, and this is my another line to the first file. Now we can see that it saved both of our lines or all of our content in the file. So just caution, just make sure you don't use a single redirector sign. Now we will move to our third command, and in this third command we will just write another file. We'll check how to create a file in another way. We can use echo and anything. Let's say we want to write something that this is a wonderful text, and I wish to create a file wonderful, which of course doesn't exist at the moment. Press enter, and we can see that now it exists. So if we check the content of this file, cat wonderful.txt, you can see that this is a wonderful text. It's already there. So this is how we create a file in another manner. Okay, after the file creation, we will try to create the directories. So to create a directory, you use mkdir command and then the directory name. Let's say I just want to create LZH. Press enter and again type ls, and we can see that this blue colored we can see LZH, and basically what it's telling, it's a directory. Now to list the content of the file, we use ls-l and then the file name. But in case of directories, we use ls-ld or -ld, and it tells about the directory. And we can see that again the directories have also some permission. D shows that it's a directory. R is read, W is write, X is executable, and as I told you earlier, that more with the permissions later. So, but this is how we create the directory. Let's clear the screen and ls again. And now what I want to do is to copy the file which I already created in this directory, and to copy the file we use the cp command. Cp, then I just want this lz-project file to go into LZH directory, and we can press enter, and let's clear the screen again. That's ls, and we can see that LZH project.txt exists here. But now how can we go into the directory? To go into a directory, we use the cd command or change directory command, like cd and then the directory name. Press enter. Now we can see that our prompt changed, and now with the LZH-project we can also see that there is LZH also. Now how do we know that where we are? We use the pwd command, which stands for print working directory, and press enter, and we can see that we are in -root -lzh. Well, I'm just working with the root right now, but of course it's dangerous to log in with root and perform all the tasks, but for demo purpose I'm using root. Anyway, what the main thing is, like, we are for pwd stands for print working directory, and we can see that where we are at the moment. And now let's ls to list the content of this directory, and we can see that the file which we already copied is existing in this folder or this directory. And now to check the content of this file, if it's really that file, we use the cat command, lzh-project, and we can see that, yep, this is my second file, the same content as we have this earlier. Okay, now to how to get out of this directory? Well, to get step by step out of this directory, we can use the cd ... It means that take me out of this directory, like just one step out of this directory. I just want to go out of this directory. So we just press enter. And now if we use the pwd command, we'll see that we are in the root folder or the root's home directory. So this is how we go into the directory, come out of the directory. Okay, let's clear the screen. Okay, now let's list again. And now I just want to change the name of this directory, like without moving the content of this directory or without changing the content of this directory. I just want to rename this directory. And how we do that is with the mv command. Yep, you heard me right, with the mv command. We use the mv command to move and to rename in Linux. So let's rename lzh directory with cell directory. Okay, or simple cell. So ls, and we can see that lzh directory is gone, but there's a new directory called cell. And if we go into cell and list, voila, we have our content. It's still there. We can cat the content and it's the same content. So we don't have to worry about that. Like with the mv command, it just renames the name of the directory. So this is how we were able to accomplish how to rename the directory. And now with our next command. Okay, so this new command, or the next command, is seriously, it's the move command. And now you will understand what's the difference between a move command and the move or the rename thing. So we'll just go out of the directory with the cd command, type ls, and now what I want to do is I just want to move this biggest file like lzh-project.txt.super.txt to this cell, and I just don't want to copy it. I just want to move this whole file into the cell directory. So what I would do is I'll use mv lz project, it's not project anyway, to cell directory, and we'll see that if now I ls, it's gone. Yep, it's gone. And if I go into cell directory, there it is. So we can see that this move can move the files, and it's used to rename that directory. Okay, so now I just don't like this file. I just want to remove this file. So what would I do? I will use the rm command. So just be careful using this command. It's very dangerous. Like, just make sure what you are going to delete, it's like really it's going to be gone. It will go away. So just be careful with rm. Just remove. What I want to remove is rz project file. Press enter, and this is how it will ask you, like, remove regular empty file, and there's a question mark, like it's asking you, and you just say yes. Why? Press enter, and that's there. It's like no more. The file is gone. And seriously, it's really hard to get back those files. So I would advise you to back up all your important data in order, like, you just remove the file accidentally. Anyway, and there is let's clear the screen again. Now let's list the content again. I just don't like this to just the interactive mode. I just want to remove the file by like any mean. I just don't like this file. Or if there is a way, if this file is not, you're not able to remove this file, and you can also remove the file forcefully. And to do that, trust me, it's really dangerous, but like you have to know these things. So let's remove this lz-project.txt forcefully, and to do that, you'll type rm-rf recursively forcefully remove, And now when I'm going to press enter, trust me, it's not going to ask you anything, but it will remove. Enter, and now let's list. It's gone. So that's how you remove a file forcefully. Now with our next command, with next commands we have like cal to display the calendar, and then there is a date command like which will tell you the exact time, and also like there is like, now what if we want to check what hard drives do we have. So let's clear the screen. I know this video is getting longer, but I have to finish it somehow. Well, anyway, to list the block devices, basically BLK stands for block devices and LS is list. So if I type LSBLK, and it will tell me that SDA, which is my primary hard drive, SDA1 stands for the first partition of the first drive, SDA2 is the second partition of the first drive, and we can see that we have a size of 8 gigs. If you remember that we created the 8 gig hard drive, and it's telling me that it has a swap partition and it has a root partition. So this is how we just list our block devices. And there is another option with the df command with -h. It's df is disk free, and if I just type enter, -h stands for human readable. So we can see that it's telling me that we have 6.7 gigs of the size of the hard drive used is 794 MB, and you can read the rest. Anyway, this is another way of checking the size of your hard drive. Then we have another hard drive. There's another command to check the memory. It's free. It's called the free, and it's telling me that the total memory is 512 and the used memory and stuff like that. So more on this thing later. So let's clear the screen, and now we will just check some more commands, such as like DMI decode, and it's how it works is DMI decode, and basically with the -t option, and just press enter, and it will tell you what kind of information do you want, and it's like we need information regarding our baseboard or the motherboard. So I know it's not going to give you much information because I'm on a virtual machine, but on your original PC you'll get a lot of information. Let's type baseboard, and here we can see that it's giving me some information, but it's a virtual box and the manufacturer is Oracle and stuff like that. Same way you can just type the processor, and it's not giving me much information, but on your real machine, trust me, it's going to give you a lot of information. And last but not least, I just want to check some more commands, and one of the most important command in Linux, or especially in CentOS, is how we basically download some packages from the internet. First we need to make sure that we have the connection. Just trying to ping. Yes, we do have. And let's say we will install a package, and to install it we'll use yum-y install like anything. Let's say MariaDB -server, and we can see that it's just installing without prompting us for anything, and in few moments we will have this MariaDB. So this is how the basics of CentOS work, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and please subscribe and do comment and seriously, it's what keeps us going. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.